Welcome to Death Watch. I'm your host, Justin of Still Scrolling. Today we pass.
I'm your.
No, we're not done yet. Oh no!
Okay, let's redo it.
Fuck it up.
Rewind.
I thought he normally says I'm your host, and then
No, I would throw to you. Okay, we're
start over.
Keep this all in the show, Steph. Keep it all in the show. We can do this. All right. Okay. Hello, welcome to Death Watch. I'm one of your hosts, Justin Jordan. Today, we ask the essential question: is Donald Trump dead? We now pass on to one of our other hosts to answer this important question. Derek, is he
Justin.
dead?
I'm reporting live from Miami, better known as Cubans for Trump HQ, and what I'm hearing is that he has yet to tweet out or Truth Social post out something in regards to Happy Labor Day, except for the Democrats, radical Democrats, you know, with the rat in all caps and all that stuff. So it does not seem like he is showing any signs of life just yet, but we still have not gotten any sort of confirmation from the White House.
And now for Steph with the weather.
I'm Stefania, and today, for your local weather, wherever you are, because I'm not local to you, but local to me, it is currently cloudy outside with a temperature of 71 degrees and a slight chance of rain later, but it looks like it's just going to stay cloudy. We are looking at, for the 7-day week ahead, a sunny week ahead with a chance of rain on Friday. Weather's in the mid-70s, wet temperatures in the mid-70s. But you're looking at a beautiful weekend, so enjoy your Labor Day. Try and get to the beach if you're in Florida or California, anywhere that's warm, that's not here. And get that last-minute tan. Back to school has started, so you want to look golden going back before you look very sad and depressed for the winter.
Oh, yeah. Now you hit the post well, Steph. This is Still Scrolling.
You're in the wrong career.
Wow, you hit the post. Wow. You
Should be a weather
stalled.
girl.
You stalled real quick. Anyways, this is Still Scrolling. I'm one of your hosts, Justin.
I'm another one of your hosts, Derek.
And I'm your weather woman of the year, Stefania.
And we have a jammed-packed show for you guys today. We have so much to talk about, and we gave you a little bit of a taste about the big story heading into today. People are wondering, where in the world is the 47th president of the United States? I don't know if you guys heard, but he's not around lately. And a lot of people seem to think that he's dead. So just a show of hands on this podcast. How many people think that Donald Trump is currently dead? We'll all raise our hands on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. You really think he's alive still? Okay.
My dreams stay dreams. I have not achieved not one of my dreams in my whole life. So
Yeah.
Interesting. Are you following the health updates on his hands and his legs and his cankles?
Have you seen Queen Elizabeth's hand before she passed away? It's the same thing.
Interesting.
Same thing.
Okay. Interesting. For those of you that oh my gosh, I can't talk today. For those of you that haven't heard, a lot of people have been paying attention to Donald Trump's hands, that he has a lot of makeup on his hand, specifically on the top of his, palm, the one that faces out. A lot of dark veins appearing. And it looks like some sort of dialysis that's happening on his hands. I'm going to pull up a picture on his hand. But doctors on TikTok, and we all know that doctors are trustworthy on TikTok, predict that is a main indicator that Donald Trump might leave this mortal coil very soon. So, Steph, what are your odds on Donald Trump dying this week?
This week? I'll give it a 40% chance.
40%? Jeez. Okay. Dang. All right. Derek, what's the percentage?
That's really high. Jeez. Steph's like 100%.
100%.
I think what we're gonna be looking at here is FDR giving speeches from the Resolute desk instead of at a podium, that kind of deal, where like
Mm.
he's not gonna be dead for a while, but they're gonna kind of like accommodate things to try and prop him up as healthier than he is.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably a lower chance of this week, I think.
What if he's actually like dead, but they like posed him like how in like death portraits or whatever, like
Yeah.
hundreds of years ago, they would pose their dead and it looked like they were alive, but they
Yeah, to
weren't.
take a photo, a family
Yeah,
photo
yeah,
before. Mhm.
yeah. What if that's what they're doing with him? What if he's just like a puppet?
I guess maybe I don't think he's a puppet. Like, okay, here are the warning signs that something wrong is done with Donald Trump. Have you guys heard of the pizza meter?
Yes, and it blew
No,
up the other day.
no,
So,
I did not.
okay, so apparently, when whenever there is a big thing happening in Washington, thousands upon thousands of orders go out to the local pizza shops, right? And people have figured this out that when they gather a lot of the important people at the White House or anywhere in Washington D.C. or whatever, orders spike because everyone's ordering a pizza because you're going to be in that room making a big decision for a very long time. So they order pizza for the office. And the pizza meters were off the chart this weekend. And every post that Donald Trump has shown on True Social is from the past. No one has seen him. He
Mm.
canceled all of his events. So is there a big what's the word? Is there a big thing
Also,
happening? What do we think it is?
the website too. There was a website that said like it was like not in use. It was like something big is coming or whatever, right? You saw that picture?
No. What are you talking about?
Oh, it was like the White House website. And there was no information on the page besides like something big is coming. I think that's what it said, or something similar to that.
What do we think it is? Are we about to do World War III? I'm a little concerned.
Well, also, the Navy ships were deployed off the coast of somewhere in South America. You guys saw that too?
Mhm.
U.S. Navy
Oh.
Yeah,
ships.
they
Yeah.
sent troops.
Uh-huh. So, uh, all this happening at the same time, man.
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't. But if I had to pick on a theory that I think what is happening, I think Donald Trump got seriously injured, but I don't think he's dead. I don't think that
No.
he's like passed
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
I think that I think he got seriously injured, and it's not a break your ankle sort of injury. I
yeah.
think it's a very serious
Yeah.
injury, enough where he canceled all of his events. And I think they are having the discussions of what happens to Donald Trump if he leaves this mortal coil. I think that is what's happening. Or
Mhm.
what is like, who's taking over this? Who's doing that? What kind of. I think the playbook is being made in the event of his death. That's what I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is he, because if he died over the weekend, I don't think there would be enough people to hold that information to make it like hold over the entire
Yeah.
weekend like it has. So that's my guess. What do you
Somebody
get?
would have made a power grab at this point. I don't think, I think a big distinction between something like MAGA and Trump and all that versus like Stalin when he died, right, is that I don't think there's actual true uh loyalty like that, or loyalty is not the right word, but with in the death of Stalin, right? Like part of that whole situation is that when he died, it was like a secret for a minute, right? While people tried to figure out what he did and that kind of stuff. I don't think that's the case here. I think with MAGA, with Trump, there's people even that would just take the opportunity to run to the news outlet to be the first to be like, I am the whistleblower. I'm the one that said that he
Yeah,
was dead first, blah, 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 blah. Like they wouldn't be able to keep that secret.
right.
But I do think that there is at least a little bit of a concerted effort where everybody's on the same page to say like, hey, what is the playbook? So I agree with you. Not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I think there's planning going on. for sure.
Because if it was an ankle injury or something like that, we would still see him. We would still see him
Yep.
over the weekend. Or I don't think it's a World War III scenario. Like someone like, oh, we're about to go to war right now, because there would be deployments of troops and stuff like that. All this energy is happening around Washington. So,
Mhm.
as far as Death Watch is concerned, do we have an emergency pod if Donald Trump dies?
Yes,
Yeah.
The president of the
Yeah,
United
yeah, yeah.
States dies.
absolutely.
Okay, you heard it here first. Go to your feeds and look for Still Scrolling if Donald Trump dies. We will be there reporting live.
Yep.
Okay, speaking of reporting live, have you guys heard of a guy named Aaron Parnas?
No.
You never heard of
Yes.
him?
No, I'm on a way different side of social media than you guys.
Oh yeah, because
We've discussed this before.
She's too busy reading all her books
oh
to be on
Listen,
social
I'm
like how
almost
we are.
done with this one book, and the new book comes out in October, end of October. And there's 7 books in the series, and the 4th one is coming out. So I'm like losing my mind because I have to wait now like 3 more years for the rest of the books.
Oof.
okay.
You're about to be on social for a minute then. There you go.
No, I
We'll
have another
radicalize
series
you.
next. I have another series next. Don't worry.
Aaron, well, if you guys didn't know, Aaron Parnas is a TikTok journalist. I don't know. Have you heard of Suzanne Lambert?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Steph.
Well, you know what? If I saw their face, then maybe, because I don't look at a lot of people's names on social media on TikTok. I recognize them by their face.
You know what? Okay. Derek, please inform Steph about who these people are.
So there is a group of news influencers, political commentators on TikTok and on social, really. They are part of, they're all left leaning to some degree, right? They are part of a, what's it called? I guess fellowship development program
Dark
where
money.
they are, where they are receiving a monthly stipend to essentially continue to create and enhance and grow their platforms, right? What happened over the weekend, right, or last Wednesday or Thursday, I believe, and it has continued since. A woman by the name of Taylor Lorenz, who that's a whole other podcast worth of like who she is, but she released an article basically explaining how this fellowship is receiving dark money to give to these creators, and all they had to do was keep their involvement in the fellowship a secret and toe the party line when it comes to the Democratic establishment. That means not speaking out about certain things, delivering specific messaging, that kind of stuff. The issue with a lot of this is that those claims are not true, right? There is no control over what they can post, right? And they don't have to keep it a secret that they are part of this fellowship. They basically are continuing to do what they do. They just simply are accepting this monthly stipend because they're part of this fellowship program, this development program. And the goal of the program is to expand Democrat and left-leaning influencers and reach on the internet, because it's something that the right wing has been doing for years now, right? There's something like, I think, 500 times or 5 times the amount of right-leaning, right-wing podcasters, influencers all out on the internet versus on the Democratic side. It's much, much smaller. So it is an effort to get that out there. The only thing that in this article is true is that it is quote unquote dark money. Again, the issue with this article is that it paints this entire situation as this nefarious, evil villain pulling the strings with their dark money behind the scenes, when in reality, dark money simply just means that it is money donated to a nonprofit where the nonprofit does not have to disclose who those donors are. That
Okay, I have a question.
idea.
I have a question. I have a
Go ahead.
question. Why are we calling dark money? You're making it sound like
Yeah.
a
Well, it
secret
is. It is a.
cabal of people
So
is working
exactly.
behind the
So the
scenes.
article makes it sound very nefarious. When in reality, dark money is really just a technical term because it's dark. You can't see who those donors are, and the bipartisan concern regarding dark money relates to super PACs. Again, not to get super technical here. I already see Stefania's eyes glazing over. Super PACs are essentially they're political action committees that are not tied to any one particular candidate. Dark money and can be donated to these super PACs on an unlimited basis, right? So you're essentially circumventing federal campaign finance law if you donate millions upon millions of dollars in dark money to these super PACs. That's what the concern is. This organization, Chorus, they are funded by one of these dark money funds
Dark
called
money.
1630. Yeah, and they receive money from there. But what is conveniently left out in this reporting is that 1630, that fund, has also donated to very hyper left leaning organizations, politicians, including Jasmine Crockett, where they have spoken out against Gaza. They have spoken out against the establishment, right? The creators themselves involved in all of this have been very critical of the Democratic establishment, right? But the article makes it seem like, hey, you had to just kind of fall in line with the establishment. Here's some money. And then there's also some debate as to whether they should have disclosed that they were receiving this money. But again, it was not a secret. A bunch of them have spoken about it, that they were part of this, all this stuff. Long story short here, too long, didn't read. The article has pitted the leftist, communist part of the left wing of American politics versus the more kind of just liberal, central leaning part of the party. And when faced with the evidence and the claims, the evidence against these claims, it's just not good enough, right? It's just been this whole huge backlash against people like Aaron Parnas, Suzanne Lambert, Elizabeth Booker, Brian Tyler Cohen, which is the founder of all of this. It's this whole backlash that I think is just kind of a little bit ridiculous, and it seems almost designed specifically to divide everybody left of center, right? Justin,
Interesting.
aside from the dark money piece, right?
Dark money.
What do you think about all of this? Because I think Steph is probably the first time Steph's hearing about this.
Yeah, that was
But
a lot to take in.
yeah, it's so convoluted and messy, and I think that's part of what it's relying on to pit everybody against each other. Justin, what do you think?
Why are we getting bent out of shape out of $8,000? Okay, like literally $8,000 a month. That's a good chunk of change.
Mhm.
That's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
only $96,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even a millionaire. I mean, that's good money. That's like, okay.
Yeah.
That's like, that's a couple car payments. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
$96,000 a year. We're getting bent out of shape. They're not even hitting
And
six
not
digits.
everybody even received that much.
Oh, I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed.
It's
Number one,
based, yeah.
wait, I
It
could've
was
made
based off
more.
of, it's based off of level of commitment to those that were able
Oh
to
my
commit a little
gosh.
bit more to like the training and the development and all that stuff. They got paid more. Most people probably got way below that.
What?
Right?
Okay. Have you
And
seen that We're the Millers clip? We're like, you were only gonna give me 1,000? It's
Yeah.
like, you guys are getting paid?
you guys are getting
Yeah.
paid?
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on, pause. Number one, $8,000 a month isn't that life-changing amount of money. Number two,
For me, it is. What are you talking
okay,
about?
it's I would say if
That's a life-changing amount of money for a lot of
it
people.
is a
my
life-changing
age.
amount of money, but you are not a millionaire, is what I'm saying. It's like
Mm-mm.
Right.
that's a really good steady job.
Yeah.
right?
The idea, right? The idea is that if you were receiving the 8,000, it was because you were doing this full time. You were a content creator full time,
Right.
so it's your job.
Number two, though, if we're being like 100% real, why are we getting bent out of shape for a a billionaire agrees with you? Like
Yeah.
literally, like we were asking
Hmm.
people these people to change their minds and use their power for good for like the longest
Yeah.
time. Or correct me if I'm wrong. And now they agree and they want to give you money. Take the money and run, sis. And it looks like a
Yeah.
lot of these creators took the money and run. Like, okay,
Yep.
so like here's $8,000 a month to keep doing what you're doing. You don't even have to shout
Yep.
me out. Imagine $8,000 a month for this podcast. For this
Yeah.
podcast.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Just to continue doing
Look,
the podcast. We don't have to do extra
so,
shows. It's just
so
$8,000 a
it's
month just to keep going. We don't even have to shout them out. Like, what if we were sponsored, like, I don't know, some bullshit, like Big Soup? All you had to do is say, "We love Campbell's Soup" once every podcast.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
And we can talk shit about all the other soups. That's it. That's it.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice.
That would be
That'd
nice. I would love
So-
to live full time as a creator.
But also, we're not changing anything. We're just continuing the work that we have always been doing. Why are we getting bent out of
Right.
shape about it? You know what I mean?
so the biggest kind of tell-all about this article for me, or the most frustrating part, is that MAGA and the right, they may have jumped on it on the story and,
They're already
and talked
getting
about.
paid. You don't think Charlie Kirk's
Well,
getting paid? You don't think
Hold on.
Candace Owens
Hold on.
is getting
Yeah,
paid?
of course, they're all getting paid over on that side, and nobody complains, even when it comes from Russia, literal Russia, which was
Russia.
exposed last summer, that some of them were receiving like hundreds of thousands of dollars to post the stuff that they were already posting. But hold on, the majority of this backlash, the majority of all of this is coming from leftists, coming from people that have the word communist, anarchist, socialist, that kind of stuff in their social media bios, right? The people that identify with like that extreme left politics, those are the people that are upset. Not so much MAGA, because they're like, yeah, well, duh, the Democrats are corrupt, and they'll just continue to kind of ignore the fact that they are 10 times more corrupt. It's the extreme left, because the way that the article is presented, right, it mentions people like Hassan Piker that are notoriously like anti-establishment while he, live streams from his mansion. It paints the picture that these people have taken money to not speak out against Gaza, against Israel, right? It paints the picture that they are taking the money to say whatever it is the Democratic establishment is telling them to say, to further not leftist ideas, but just establishment ideas, which again has been debunked, right? But these leftists don't care. And that's part of why they've been calling people like myself, who have like chimed in on this, fascist.
You're a fascist?
Yeah. I've spent the last few days getting called a fascist.
Off the pod.
Yeah.
You're out of here.
Lock him up.
Yeah.
Lock him
So part of what's going on is, or sorry, not part of, essentially what's going on is it's all infighting. It's all people left of center just kind of disagreeing with each other. My particular stance is like, hey, you guys are just that unlikable and that unable to organize yourselves into something similar that you guys are just jealous. You guys are just envious that you're not being paid, and you're ignoring the fact checking of the actual article, and you are, essentially just making shit up as to why you're mad about it. Because the one thing when you wade through it is that, oh, they did not disclose that they were being paid, as if any other political influencer has ever done that for anything.
I will
right?
say
Like
this.
It's not an ad, it's not a sponsorship like that.
I will say this. I will play leftist advocate on this podcast.
Go for it.
I would feel some type of way if some of these creators made content talking about how billionaires shouldn't exist and yet continue to take money from billionaires. And I'm not saying that like, oh, it's like that popular like meme, like, oh, you don't like capitalism, but yet you're a participant in it. Like, there's no
Hmm.
world where you can't participate in it in this current form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would feel some type of way. Also, we've all seen an ad on TikTok or on Reels or wherever where you think, man, that local coffee shop wasn't that good. There's no fucking
Hmm.
way. There's no fucking way it was that good. And turns out it
Yeah.
was a secret ad, right? I'm not,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying people shouldn't get paid, but I am saying money does change. It does change. Like,
Yep.
although the contract does not like stipulate what I can and can't talk about, let's be
Hmm.
real. Let's be so fucking for real that they're
Hmm.
not gonna invite you back if you're talking shit.
Yeah.
There was a thing
Yeah.
I got
Absolutely.
invited. Yeah, there was a thing I got invited to New York for like a minute ago, and um, it was a wonderful experience. Everyone was super nice to me, but the product that they showed me was awful. It was bad. It was absolutely terrible. And you know what I did? What a great
Shit on that.
experience at this thing, guys.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Everyone put so much work into this. Like, wow, you guys should check this out.
Yeah.
Cause you want
Yeah.
to get
I
invited
agree with
back,
you.
and like we
Yeah.
can't act like we aren't a part of the marketing machine. They're not inviting these people because they're
Hmm.
nice. You're getting invited because you're also part of the marketing machine, and that goes for the Democrats as well, or the people part of the
Hmm.
political thing as well, right? We can't pretend
Yeah.
that they're just giving out this money for free,
Right.
because there is an expectation that you will
Yeah.
change your mind about certain things. Let's keep it a buck. Come on.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is verifiable creators out there. You could go and watch them right now that they have not changed their mind on anything regarding the quote
True.
unquote divisive topic of like Gaza, right? Because that's the claim is like, oh, that's why everybody all of a sudden shut up about Palestine, right? And that wasn't the case. They continued to talk about it. Oh, that's why everybody backed Gavin Newsom and they don't criticize the establishment when it's literally the opposite, where you have some of these creators that have always been anti-establishment in the way that they make their stuff. They've continued to be that way, right? Like the proof that you're saying, Justin, right, where it like changes people and they change their mind. We're literally not there yet at that point because it's been like 2 months, I think, of this program and nothing has changed, right? Now you tell me, okay, let's look at like a year history or 3 years worth of
True.
history of these people in this program. And then maybe something like that changes. That has never been the case. And I do think that this
Yet.
program was
Yet.
put out there with the idea of let's expand our base right now. Then we can maybe drill down and say what specific things do we want to talk about. Maybe at in a future point we'll do that, right? And these people that disagree, that are giving them shit over it, they don't understand that concept. These are the same people that said I'm not voting for Kamala because she's just as bad as Trump regarding Palestine, which was an insane thing to do, yet they still withheld their vote. Those are the people upset here.
But also, like, let me put this in nerd terms for Steph, right? What if, hear me out. They like, what's a movie or show that you hate, Steph? Like, you're like, oh, this is awful.
I don't really have one.
You don't have
I mean,
nothing?
I can't really think of one at the top of my head. Um, yeah, no.
Nothing. Did you
I,
like Man of Steel?
yeah, I liked it at
Ah,
the
damn
time.
it. Okay. Give me something you hate, Steph.
I don't. There's not a lot of things that I hate because I don't watch things that I
What
hate.
was the
I don't
last
know.
thing you disliked?
Um,
Let's just say the Snyderverse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Just
just
say
say
the
the Snyderverse.
Snyderverse. Yeah.
Okay. So Zack Snyder invites you himself to the premiere of his version of Man of Steel 2. Zack Snyder, He gives you all the bells and whistles. He pays you $8,000 a month just cause. You know, if you wanted to talk about the behind the scenes trip that you just took, you can. Just, $8,000 a month. And rolling out the red carpet, we're giving you a cameo too. Do you still review Man of Steel? What would you say? And it
Yeah.
sucks balls. In fact,
Yeah, I would still review it.
yeah, you still review it?
I would still, yeah.
Steph,
What?
it's
Am I missing
terrible.
the point here?
No.
Wait, hold on.
No,
I'm still getting the money even if I say it's bad, or like even if I don't review it, I'm still getting the money.
Is Zack Snyder trying to change your mind? And would your
Wait,
mind be changed with the money and the experience that you just experienced?
He's bribing me with money and the experience to
He didn't
say that
say
the movie
that.
is good.
He didn't say that.
No,
But
you don't have to say it's good.
I don't
what
have to
Justin
say
is
it's good.
saying, yeah, what Justin is saying, would you feel more inclined to speak positively of it?
No.
Yeah. You see,
You
here's the
have a
thing. Here's the thing.
cameo. They give you Henry Cavill's suit straight off his body.
Okay, so I would say what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it.
Yeah. It's
You
not
play
a
devil's
perfect
advocate.
example. Yeah, it's not a perfect example like trying to relate it to the entertainment space because again, like if you are vocally outspoken about something like Gaza, like Palestine already, if you were already doing that and you're getting paid and you continue to be that way, right? At the end of that program, if you don't get invited back, you just don't get invited back, right? You're locked in for the 6 months or whatever it is. You don't get invited back. Nothing changed, right? Because you were already speaking that way. The obfuscation, right? The kind of drama here is the assertion that there were creators that they were being forced not to talk about it, and there's already claims. That's already been debunked. They've been talking about it.
Okay.
Right? The assertion is that it was a secret when it was not a secret. They literally has the creators' faces on the website. Right? The assertion is that they had to be, they couldn't. There was that there was restrictions on the content, and when you look at the contract that one of them literally posted, right, it's literally just legalese saying like, hey, these restrictions pertain to like the program itself. Don't talk about the specific details of the program. Don't talk about who the other creators are and how it works and that kind of deal, because it's just like standard contracts. It's not anything like nefarious and stuff like that. So again, there's a lot of nuance or whatever. I think my biggest issue is that the people screaming about it are the people that are purity testing in a world that is not built for that, right? You live in reality and you have to play the game based off of reality. Nobody's endorsing genocide because they voted for Kamala, right? A lot of these people, again, they're self-proclaimed communist. Some of them have like the profile pictures of like Che Guevara and all this shit, right? And when I speak out about it, they call me like a former slave owner in Cuba. Like their words literally claiming that, oh, I just don't like communism because I had slaves in Cuba. My family had slaves in Cuba. And that's why I don't like communism. And it's just like, dude, how are we supposed to have this conversation when you are literally living in a reality that doesn't exist?
Well,
You're like in fantasy Marxism theory, and the reality is like that's not helpful when you approach the conversation this way.
Well, I will like to say what's more scary than dark money influencers?
Oof. What? Because that is pretty scary, apparently.
Lesbian.
Oh my god. You can't just say that word.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Please don't scare me like that.
I love
You should have
lesbians.
put a warning.
Guys, I love lesbians. That was a joke.
Hold on.
In the Macklemore way. In the Macklemore way.
Only lesbians? That's kind of.
Wait, no. I
of,
everyone on
you're choosing one
the
side here.
LGBTQIA spectrum. I hope you guys get your rights. But Snoop Dogg is afraid of lesbians. Did you guys see this clip that Snoop Dogg is afraid of lesbians?
No, I haven't seen any of this stuff, guys.
Oof.
Steph, what are
Show
you
it to her.
doing with your life?
I am not on Snoop Dogg hates lesbians side of TikTok.
Okay, he's not. He doesn't hate lesbians. He's just scared of lesbians. You know what? Let me just play the clip. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
It's what you see. They put it everywhere. Yeah. I took my grandson to see it was a movie with Buzz Light. Toy Story? Not that one, but
Oh, the new Buzz, the Lightyear. I think it's
yeah,
called
with
Lightyear.
Kiki Palmer's in that movie.
Okay,
She
okay.
plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, and she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie, like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. Just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. Movie ain't over with. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit I don't have an answer for.
What'd you tell him?
Watch the movie. Just popcorn.
He said, we don't know. We don't know.
It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what of the movie was this? These are kids that we have to show that at this age, like,
That part.
they're going to ask questions.
Yeah,
They're going to ask, I don't have the answer.
yeah. And I don't even know the answer that's rehearsed. What am I supposed to say? What was the lady used to be I got questions. Now I
Me
got
too.
questions.
And I was just there to go to sleep and watch the movie. The nigga woke me up. I'm in there. Huh? They just said that she had a baby. How? They both women. Oh, man, damn. Yeah, eat your popcorn.
Why are we acting like Snoop Dogg didn't give the answer? Watch the movie.
So,
what
my
more do you
first
need?
thought-
Watch the movie.
My first thought was, how does his grandson know that a baby? I was thinking, like, how old is his grandson to know that, like, a man and a woman make a baby? But it makes sense, if he's only seen, like, a man and a woman with a child all his life and not, like, a woman or a man and a man. But, I mean, like, you're in the middle of a movie. I would also say the same thing, like, just shush and watch the movie.
Just watch the movie.
And, like, we'll have that conversation
What
later.
more
just watch the
explanation
movie.
do you need? Watch the movie.
Yeah.
Like, what else?
Yeah, the telling piece about all of this is that he made it a point to like pretend like he needed to have a full-blown discussion with his grandson right then and there in the theater. You know what I mean? And then also he's a 50-something-year-old man, right?
No, he's older than
Like
50.
if you can't explain that to somebody, right? Even just simply like, oh, hey, sometimes through science, they're able to do that, or adoption
Oh, he is
exists.
53, damn.
Like if you can't have that, that's a you issue, bro. That's a you problem. Like, you're blaming this on gay people, you're blaming this on some agenda or whatever, and it's like, no, it's you. You're the problem. And then what really irks me is the host on that podcast, the way she's just like,
Yeah.
she's just like chopping it up, laughing it up with him. And it's like, hey, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point of your podcast if you're just gonna like have celebrities on and, and whatever they say? Like, where is your line? It makes me question, where is her line for like what is not okay to say and what isn't, when it's just like something that's not really that serious, especially when that movie came out years ago. This isn't like a brand new
Yeah.
movie.
Well, it's also like going with what she said about the host. There are some people that are just not meant to do podcasts. And I feel like podcasts are derived from journalists, right? People that are study this for a living, know how to get answers, and know how to ask questions. And that's how podcasts really started, for people to verbally get the word out there instead of reading it, because sometimes people don't want to read, right? And so that's kind of like her fault for not kind of initiating that conversation of like, oh, here are some things that you could have said, or like maybe you have that conversation at a later time. Like during the movie, of course, you don't want to tell them because, it's a movie, you want to be quiet. And you could have had that conversation another time, and here's what you could have said and stuff like that. But no, yeah, she just kind of like went with it and laughed. Like, you could stem it from being at like a nervous kind of laugh, like she didn't know how to respond to that,
Mhm.
and so she like nervous laughed, because that happens with me sometimes. Like I don't know how to respond. But it's your job as a host who's doing a podcast to ask the serious questions. And not a lot of people are meant to be podcast hosts or journalists
Mhm.
or whatnot. Us,
Mhm.
however, I think we are great podcast hosts, and we know how to ask the questions, and we know how to
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
stem, how to point the finger. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's just me.
Speaking of asking the tough questions, Justin, why do you hate lesbians?
I don't hate lesbians. I'm saying.
I don't know. The story on Instagram
Oh
says
my
otherwise.
gosh. Did we get any responses to that story?
Nope. Nope.
Of course. It's just that I don't understand why it's complicated to say either the baby was adopted, number one. Number two,
Mhm.
the baby was from a previous marriage or relationship with a man, and now she's married
Mhm.
or in a relationship with a woman. Or B, I mean, sometimes when two women love each other very much, they go to a doctor and they how do I say it? Like they
You're
get
able to have a baby with help.
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
that's
The
what
doctor helps him have a baby.
I was trying to say, like, what's it called? What's donation? Oh my gosh, I'm like blanking on the name.
Surrogate?
Yeah, surrogate.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they get. They get a surrogate when they can't have
Yeah.
a child with each other. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's literally all
Or
they say, you know?
yeah. Or one of them carries the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think to me what we're seeing here is that Snoop Dogg is progressing through that accountability, held accountable right-wing pipeline, right? Like Donald Trump got reelected. He did the party. He performed at like one of the inauguration parties. People didn't like that. They called him a shill, whatever, a sellout.
He is a
And
sellout.
essentially, it's just yeah, he is right, yeah. And there's like a pattern of this, by the way, where and it's a topic for a whole other episode, basically. But there's like a pattern of him either being a sellout or a snitch in his career and in his business relationships and all that stuff. So the point is, like, I think that happened. He performed at the inauguration. People didn't like it. They got reminded that he is a sellout, and he has slowly just been more exposed to that like right-wing grift because they are welcoming to him, like, oh, we've also been canceled, we've also blah 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 blah. And it's like, hey, you didn't get canceled, you got held accountable because you're racist, or you got held accountable because you got me too'd, right? Like, that's not cancel culture, right? So rather than like some of these people taking accountability, they just double down and they progress and slowly become more and more right wing, and they talk about like the agenda and blah 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 blah. So it's just bullshit at the end of the day. He's full of shit.
You're muted.
And that's why Snoop Dogg is joining ICE. Did you guys get all that?
Oh man.
This is a great segue.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Did you guys
That's
hear
true.
that Superman is joining ICE?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did hear that.
That's unfortunate, but not surprising.
Specifically Dean Cain. But
Mm-hmm.
I would like to announce to the podcast that I think this is a great idea. Hear me out. I am so glad that Dean Cain is joining ICE, because a clip has resurfaced of his training, of him becoming an ICE agent. So let's just take a look at the clip. If you're not watching this on YouTube, guys, you're missing out. But
You're missing out.
take a look.
Jinx.
Yeah.
He's going through that obstacle course and training to be an honorary ICE agent. He was working hard out there, and this is exactly what those recruits will do as they're picked one by one. And they're at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center in Brunswick, Georgia. This place is amazing.
He's
And so this
struggling.
time-
He's struggling.
Hold on. Not even him struggling. What is this training course? What kind of training course do you need to be
Mhm.
ICE?
That's it.
Yeah.
Are you're not the army? This isn't even
Mhm.
like, this is playground. This is a
Yeah.
children's playground. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
So,
this is
This is a
not
joke.
anything.
like, literally, dude, he's struggling over the wall. You know what? I say let him join ICE. I think more people like Dean Cain should join ICE because
So real
everyone's
quick,
getting away if
you
he's
mentioned
in ICE.
they all get it away. Yeah, yep. You mentioned that this was something that like resurfaced. It's actually worse than that.
Oh
This
God.
video they use this as promotional material for ICE. That's why it's on Fox News,
Oh God.
because they're promoting it. And they looked at this and they said, hell yeah. That's a man right there. That's a man that can abduct other people and help us in our cleaning up of America. And they said, put it out there, send it to Fox so that they could promote us.
This is
That's
it.
the funniest part to me, is that they
That's the
thought that
law
was
enforcement
cool.
that America needs. So I am
Yeah.
so proud of you, Dean Cain. I am so keep up the great work. I just
Also, real quick, and I find this very interesting because usually it's Stefania that's a little bit behind on their feeds. And for something like this, me and Justin typically do know about it at the same time. So that's a little bit old, right? He's been part of ICE.
Yeah.
His latest update to his ICE journey is that he got injured on the job.
What? Wait.
Yes.
What?
See if you can find that one. Yep.
Hold on.
I think it's on
let
his
me look it
social.
up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of injured, I think Rudy Giuliani's in the hospital or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's another
Justin,
thing.
what? How do you not know this, Justin? He got in a car accident last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Grim Reaper keeps
It comes in
missing.
Edging.
It
Yeah.
comes
Edging.
in
The Grim
threes.
Reaper's
They're edging
edging
us.
us.
Yeah.
Listen. Remember, it's hard. I don't know if you guys remember what it was like during 9/11 or just growing.
No, I don't.
No, yes,
She wasn't born, bro.
yes.
I
But
was
or she
only
was a
1 year
baby.
old.
I was
Yeah.
in first grade, and I didn't know about 9/11 until like third grade. No one told me, but that's a whole nother podcast. But Dean Cain, do you think he's faking it?
I don't think so. I think he I think again this is all part of like what he thinks is very cool marketing. You know, I'm helping the country. Oh, I got injured in the line of service. Like he's literally cosplaying some sort of weird conservative hero in his head,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, he got hurt, so he's, shortest amount of time as an ICE agent ever, probably.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. But also back to Rudy Giuliani almost dying. He was
Yeah.
America's mayor. He was
Yeah.
he was the
He was
big
the
man
shit.
he was the shit.
Mhm.
People loved Rudy
Mhm.
Giuliani. Like, you know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
was a big deal when people talked about him, because he was the mayor during 9/11, right? And so
Yeah.
just watching the slow descent into what was it? The press conference with
Four Seasons landscaping.
Yeah.
Seasons landscaping.
The hair color just slowly dripping.
Oh God. Oh my God. If Trump kicks the bucket, if he does, should they do it at the Four Seasons landscaping?
Probably.
Yes.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sorry, not the official one.
Not
Only
the
the
official one?
true MAGAs will show up at Four
Yeah.
Seasons landscaping to honor
Yeah.
him.
Oh gosh. I just want to know what the news delivery thing that you think should, like, how do you want to know? Do you want it in like a supernatural meme?
I want it as an Apple text, as an Apple News notification in the middle of having a rough day at work or something like that, and just all of a sudden my phone goes off. I look at it and it's just like, that's what I want.
Yeah, and then I'll have my No One Mourns the Wicked playlist queued up, and I'll play that.
Interesting. I already know
I'll
the video.
literally
I'm gonna
open on
make.
my windows, turn on the surround sound speakers on my TV, and I'll blast that. Out
I
the windows.
disagree. I disagree because No One Mourns the Wicked is designed as like a look at the effects of this propaganda and how people hated Elphaba, he doesn't deserve that.
Okay.
Like the chorus hits, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But
What
the
a-
song,
yeah.
But I'm gonna still blast it for sure.
I'm just so blasted. Yeah, the words still have a
Awesome.
different meaning
Yeah.
for this situation. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what
I'll be a
about
munchkin.
what
I'll be a
about
munchkin
the
hating on the witch.
The Wiz? Have you guys seen the Wiz?
I've not seen The Wiz.
That's right. You're
No,
white.
man.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Sorry.
really? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Man, why do I gotta be the only black person on this pod? Anyway, there's a great song from The Wiz called it's like, can you feel a brand new day? Dun 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 dun. It gives you the effect.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard it. I just have not seen it.
It's when the Wicked Witch
okay.
dies, you know?
Wait, yes, I know the song you're talking about. I've heard it.
It's much better. That's the song I'm gonna play. But speaking of songs that are playing, a couple of songs played at D23 this weekend or this week. What was it? What Steph?
This week, it was this past weekend.
Yeah, I'll let you scroll upon this. What happened?
Yeah, so a lot of big news from D23 this weekend. People were expecting some Marvel stuff. There was a lot of like fake Marvel news that came out, rumors and all that. They didn't happen. I didn't watch it. I'm not sure if it was real, but apparently, Joe and Anthony Russo, from the set of Doomsday, um, had a video play at D23. I didn't watch it. I had just seen that like right before this pod. But a few other things to note. There are some new animated movies coming to Disney. An original animated movie called Hexed is coming in 2026, I think it is. So it is about an awkward teenage boy and his type A mom discovered that what makes him unusual might just be magical powers that will turn their lives and a secret world of magic upside down. It comes out in November 2026. There's actually quite a bit like of animation announcements, including like sequels to stuff, like another I.C.E movie coming out. That one, I have a feeling it's going to be about like global warming, because I think it's called I.C.E Boiling Point. I think that's what it's called. Another
It's
big
gonna be
thing.
woke.
It's gonna be woke.
Woke.
Woke. Another movie news announcement, or this actually is to do like movie and parks, I guess. So the Tron ride that is at Disney World, the Tron Light Cycle ride, it is getting a light revamp for Tron Ares. Instead of blue, it's just gonna be red. That's the only difference. But that's gonna
And
go.
the music.
And the music, yes. It's going to feature music from Nine Inch Nails. The movie comes out in October. I'm very excited for it. And speaking of the movie coming out in October 10th specifically, AMC Theaters and IMAX are showing a double feature of Tron Legacy and Tron Ares right after at the end of October. So I will be trying to snag a ticket for that. The closest one to me, IMAX AMC, is I think 45 minutes away, which is not bad. But also regarding the park, Disney World Cinderella's Castle is getting a repaint. So right now it's in its pink, blue, and gold coloring, but it's going to go back to the original Cinderella Castle colors from the movie, white, blue, and gold. So no longer a pink castle. Another park announcement: Disneyland Paris is getting a World of Frozen area for their park. And there's some other stuff coming from, like, I think dining stuff coming to Disneyland in LA, Anaheim, not LA. Yeah, some big Disney stuff that happened this weekend.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is
it's also a new documentary coming out, for the like creation of Disneyland. It's called Disneyland Handcrafted. Capturing the construction of the DNA of Disneyland more than 70 years ago, the film will give audiences a chance to peek through the orange groves and experience the making of the park like never before. Using only rarely and never before seen archival footage, the documentary shows an unpolished, fly-on-the-wall perspective on what was actually happening during the construction of the park the year leading into its opening. It will debut on Disney Plus and Disney YouTube this winter, but you can get a first look right now on Disney YouTube.
interesting? So
Oh, wait a minute. There's also another...
Wait, how is there more?
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
This is so much going on. Walt Disney Imagineering Chris Beatty crashed the panel to reveal that guests will be able to see Walt Disney through the magic of audio animatronics technology in Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress at Magic Kingdom.
Hell no.
The introduction of a new
Hell
audio
no.
animatronics figure of Walt Disney and Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress marks an exciting milestone in our shared mission to celebrate the story of the man behind the magic and inspire new generations with his innovations and vision for the future.
Hell no.
Very, very cool.
Absolutely.
Carousel of Progress is where you go when you need a little nap.
Yeah. Ooh. Wait a minute. A Marvel. Sorry.
Oh my
I'm seeing
gosh,
so many
Steph,
things.
how much news is there?
So much news, guys. Disneyland. There are some new themed drinks coming exclusively to lounges aboard the Disney Destiny. Oh, this is a cruise ship. Setting sail in November 2025. They include the Mirror Dimension at the Sanctum, a lounge inspired by Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. My Way at Haunted Mansion Parlor, a Dead Man's Chest at Cask and Cannon, inspired by the legendary Pirates of the Caribbean attractions around the world. Fans also got a first look at 8 new novelty items coming to select Disney parks and Disney Cruise Line ships, including collectible popcorn buckets, we love those, sippers, and mugs. Additionally, fans got first look at the outdoor patio coming to Napa Rose at Disneyland Resort. Very, very cool. Anyway,
Okay.
that's about it for
Are
like
you
the major
sure
stuff.
that's it? Are you sure?
Well, there's more, but that's all major.
Oh my
things, really.
gosh.
Speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, though, did you guys see that Lego set that came out? I want it.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
So whoever has Stefania for Christmas, get her that Lego set. This feels like non-news to me. A lot of non-news things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm like,
Mhm.
well, we all knew that was coming. You know, we all knew
Yeah.
this was coming. You know,
I think Apple Incorporated, right? The phone company, the
Right.
MacBook
Mhm.
company. I think they did irreparable harm to the way that like companies operate,
What
like
do you
big companies
mean?
operate. So back when the iPhone came out and every year, you know, that they were actually releasing new products and new things, right? It was like their keynote, right? WWDC, and they'd announce everything and it's like, oh, wow, right?
Oh,
Go
and
look at
one more
those
thing.
keynotes now. Right, exactly. And you look at those keynotes now, you look at WWDC now, and it's just like, here's the new iPhone. There's nothing new.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they'll have new features and stuff, sure. But you don't need a whole announcement, right? Which is why they've just started making them videos now. They don't do them the way that they used to, where it's like on a stage in a keynote and that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Every company has followed suit. And they have to make this whole like announcement and oh my God, this whole huge deal. And it went from being this like organic thing where like, oh, San Diego Comic-Con, these studios make these announcements, to like, oh, D23, here's a bunch of shit that you didn't even think about that you would want. We're releasing it. We're investing millions of dollars into our business, whatever. Like none of this was that spectacular. And I think the biggest tell-all that this has happened across like the world or with corporations in general, is that Taco Bell even does it. Taco fucking Bell
We're bringing
has their
back
own
the
like
quesalupa.
keynotes. Yeah, and they make this whole big deal where it's like you're watching a PowerPoint from the fucking Taco Bell CEO about how they're gonna bring back caramel apple empanadas seasonally. Oh, yeah. It's like insane. We don't need this. What the fuck are we doing here?
What do you
You know?
mean? I need the quesalupa trailer now.
No, I need the products. I need the products. But just like just you know, run a social media account about it.
No,
You
have
know,
to
like you
generate
don't need a
hype.
fucking
It's about the
PowerPoint.
hype. Come on, we
Do
need
it. Do
hype.
it online. Do it online. What are
No,
you doing?
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Mhm.
Look, go ahead, Steph.
Go ahead. I'm just
Oh,
reading.
there's something else. There's something else.
No. I just
Sorry,
wanted
bless me. Oh
to
my God.
bless you. So Ice Age boiling point is not about global warming, which would have been really funny.
Boo.
It's about it's with dinosaurs in it, and it's like the you
I
know
thought they already did that.
volcano. Well,
Am I
hold on.
forgetting they already had dinosaurs,
Let me
or
see.
am I going crazy?
It says is a dinosaur and lava-filled madcap adventure that takes Manny, Sid, Diego, Ellie, Scrat, and the rest of the herd to visit never-before-seen corners of the treacherous lost world.
Interesting.
Yeah. Anyways,
Okay.
continue with what you were saying.
Mm.
Toy Story 5? How many Toy Stories do we need?
12 more until they make $1
yeah.
billion.
And they revealed the villain for Toy Story 5. And
Yeah.
it's
Buzz
basically
Lightyear.
an iPad.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear, Army of Buzz Lightyears.
It's the lesbian moms from
Oh
Lightyear.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
No, it's an iPad. It's an iPad or something like that.
No, I think there is tremendous benefit to coming and announcing your product or what's going on with your company once a year. The thing is, you gotta have something to talk about.
You just got to do it well. Yeah.
You have something to talk about, which is cool and all. But
Mhm.
like that means a trailer or new footage. You always
Yep.
gotta bring something. It could be animatic, it could be a title sequence or something. You always gotta bring something new. Casting, that's always a good one. And the reason why they're doing it on the stage is so that you can share it. Person in the
Mhm.
audience, yeah, sure, we're telling you not to film,
Mhm.
but
There's also this is Destination D23. So it's not like the big D23 that happens every 2 years. That was last year, I believe. So we have to wait another year or 2
Mhm.
years for the next one. That's
Yeah,
when I think that one is like where they do like big announcements,
that's their
especially for
replacement
Marvel.
for Comic-Con and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Marvel goes to
Yeah,
D23 now instead of San Diego.
which is
I
bullshit.
think the little bit of info that we got about not destination stuff, I think is only in there because they didn't have enough, right? Like it kind of proves the point where it's like y'all didn't have shit to say, so you had to throw in some movie news in
Mhm.
there. And it's like, don't do that, you know?
Yeah.
Generate hype. It's great. I like
Mhm.
it. Just have something to talk about. And a lot of this is like, okay, all right, all
Mhm.
right, meh. I am not impressed. But speaking of not being impressed, we are almost at the end of our show today. And so instead of Am I the Asshole, this is a little bit of Am I the Asshole, but it's only one story. I need your guys' opinion on this woman who has shared what her husband has packed for her lunch. Okay, are you ready? And viewers, we need your opinion too. Is the husband the asshole? I guess is what I'm asking. Steph, did you get it? You saw this video, but Derek has not,
Yeah.
correct?
Mm-mm.
Okay, interesting. So live reaction from Derek on this podcast. Okay. Let me know what we think about the lunch that this guy has prepared. Okay. All right.
So I forgot my lunch today, and I asked my husband to bring me lunch. So let's do an unboxing, because clearly I'm a little fool. I just have a feeling this is going to be really good. We have a bag. We have a bag of cookies, not a Ziploc bag, but a bag. We have a bag of pretzels. Feels very empty. We got an apple. Gotta stay healthy. This is good. We have not just a portion of Pringles, but an entire container of Pringles. Another bag of cookies. Another bag. Options. Lucky me. And lastly, okay, we have my 2-day-old Chipotle. And at the very bottom, we have a bag of dog food. Because you're my dog. There's 2, Joy. Please bring back the dogs are low on food. So ladies, if you don't have food, and your husband has to bring you a lunch, just know that you're gonna get lots of food, as well as maybe even a cute note. This is nice. This is great.
So the internet wished death upon this man. That's
why the comments were turned off.
Yeah.
I see it. I
Lock him up.
disagree. No. I disagree. I think
Lock Derek
this
up.
feels.
Lock him up. He's gotta go. Okay. What were you saying, Derek?
This feels staged. or just like bad faith, like I don't know. Something feels off here. Like, okay, if this was real, let's just say, right?
Okay.
Okay, sure. He's a incompetent dude or whatever, right? If that's not the case, it just gives to me like she wanted to like fabricate some content and like and like if you have to turn off your comments, if you feel that need, I feel like maybe you misjudged what you were posting, regardless of what the intent was. So I don't know. It feels weird to me.
It just feels like to me that like her husband kind of played a joke on her, and
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
like he did get her food, but like after the fact, like maybe he ordered or something, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But this is kind of just like a prank because the dog food is like a prank kind of thing
Mm-hmm.
with that note.
What is
Um,
funny? What is funny?
In this video,
What is
I
funny?
mean,
the,
nothing
Is
is
it
particularly
funny?
like ha ha ha.
If
I mean,
your
like,
Yeah.
loving partner
if I
packed
was
you dog
hungry,
food, would you be
yeah, if I was
laughing?
hungry, I usually sometimes I get like hangry, like when I'm hungry, I get angry. So that probably would have
Mhm.
set me off
Yeah.
a
But
bit.
then would you make a TikTok about it?
No, it didn't seem like she was angry,
Right. It's just
right?
it was
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's a weird video to me. Like, you know, if that is your husband, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
That like I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say, you know?
Dog food.
Yeah.
Dog food.
Dog
Yeah.
I
food.
would have been so pissed.
Yeah.
That's not funny. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Bro, you
Yeah.
can't make me a sandwich. You can't run the Subway and get a Subway sandwich.
Right. Like
You can't.
if he would have had like an actual like meal in there for her with the other stuff as like a joke,
Yeah.
whatever, then it would
Yeah,
have
that'd
been
be
okay,
different.
right? That would be
But there
different. But
is
like
no
actually
meal.
have like a meal. I know, yeah. So that's kind of like
Like
a
here's yeah,
Chips and
the thing
apple
is
and
it's
old
like
Chipotle.
yeah.
Bro.
so that's the thing for me is like I'm not saying it's not possible that there is that incompetent of a man out there, right? But I feel like if you reach out to your husband and say, "Oh shit, I forgot my lunch. Can you bring me lunch?" That's not what would have been packed. Like seriously packed.
Yeah.
Right? Like I feel like he would have brought not that, right?
But that's
The
not what
leftover.
happened. You're judging on a scenario that did not happen.
Right. Again, we don't know. Like again, I don't know, and that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
like, okay, lady, I don't know what you're trying to elicit here. Because then she's
Yeah.
also like, "Oh, lucky me." Haha. And she's making all these comments and it's like, "Yo, if you're really that pissed, get the fuck off the internet, call your husband and talk to him." You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know. It just feels ugh to me.
I
Yeah.
never got
I'm not defending him. If this is real and if this is genuine, yeah, he's an idiot. For
Mhm.
sure. 1000%.
Mhm.
But just in general, like this seems like a very like, oh, look at this very real thing that happened. This is what it feels like to me. You
oh
know?
my gosh. Have you
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
guys, this is a ticket for a good lunch. It's like, oh, I forgot my lunch. Looks like I'm ordering steak. Looks like I'm ordering
Yeah.
raised
Yeah.
eggs. But
Yeah.
On
no!
his card. On his
his
card.
But like, no, you didn't take that as an opportunity to get a good lunch. You didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you packed up. Then the time that it took you to pack like 2 different types of open cookies and open chips, you could have had Raisin Canes for lunch. You could have treated yourself.
There's a Raising Cane's opening near me.
Listen,
It's crazy. Yeah. I know, crazy.
but
It would have gone to Raising Cane's.
it's embarrassing, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't think that's funny. I think it's disrespectful.
Very.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Especially if she's
Absolutely.
had like a long day and like he's at
Mhm.
home.
True.
Maybe he doesn't go to work till like later, but like still,
True.
you know.
True. But anyway,
Lunchtime is, if you think about it in the corporate world, is like 12:30 to like 1:30, 2 o'clock is like lunch range, right? So like he's home at that time. Why? I don't know. Maybe he works overnights. I don't know. But
It might be that he worked from home, in
He
which
worked from home.
case, again, this is why, like, again, I'm not saying that there is not the potential of this incompetent of a man out there, right? Because they exist. But hey, bring me something to eat or bring me lunch. I forgot my lunch, or I forgot to make lunch or whatever.
lock him up.
Like I struggle to
Lock him
comprehend.
up. Lock him up.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
I don't think that's funny at all. Anyways, let us know what you would pack for your lunch down in the comments below. I think that's the end of our show today. Thank you so much for listening. Follow us on all the socials on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and all that shazazz. And we shall see you same time next week.
yes, and keep an eye out on the weather because you're gonna have a beautiful week.
Death Watch.